Hello, soul friends. This is Mary, and welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be about what do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? Remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot or oracle reading is your spirit guides coming forward to give you advice, or just simply your subconscious mind helping you answer life's ponders. And no matter how you look at that, it is healthy and you are in the right place. So let's go ahead and do some live shuffling and pile picking. Alrighty, get you some rocks. Ooh. What you need to let go of. Alrighty, group 1. Let's go with this one right here. Group 2. Group 3. And group 4. All right, go ahead and pause if you need, and we shall see you in your individual readings, my friends. Bye, 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 bye. Hi, group 1. So if you picked the red rock, let's go ahead and look and see what you need to let go of. Darkest hour, number 9. There in the void of thy darkness swells the shadow of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. Okay. Telling stories, number 38. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? Interesting. My goodness, just a second. Okay, so anyway, telling stories. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? And then poinsettia 27. Cast the shadows, scream silence at them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. Interesting. And Earth 19, may your warmth take in the gazing flame. Upon the shivers, they melt away. Okay. What you need to let go of. So, sorry. So what I'm seeing with this darkest hour is like there's a hurt from the past that needs to be let go of, even though it was awful and should not be excused as far as like what it was. Okay. And that's something that can only be done in your own time, but that is something that your guides are pointing out, okay? I always say that I can't do it unless it just happens. So good luck with that. You know, it is hard to have something dark from your past kind of holding you back in some way, and like you even know that, but there's nothing you can do to forgive and forget, you know? It just has to either happen or it doesn't, you know? And so I definitely feel that in your energy. Your guides are also saying to let go of this one has kind of a double meaning. One is like letting go of some old memories that you are nostalgic about, but they bring on a lot of pain. It's like the loss of like a grandmother figure or a matriarchal figure of some kind, like a woman in your life that is no longer around and you just like can't get over them being gone. Your guides are starting to kind of give you a friendly push towards you need to move forward. And I know that's hard here. The other is letting go of telling yourself some kind of story. Letting go of telling yourself some kind of a story, some kind of a telling yourself or convincing yourself of something that might not actually be true in the truest sense. This is about like embracing shadow, embracing like, yeah, like don't tell yourself stories that like the darkness isn't there, because we all know that it is. Okay. For some of you, I think that means like trying to act like you have it together when maybe you don't. Or trying to put out that persona when maybe you can't. Okay. I feel like some of you need to kind of hole up in your home or in a safe place where you feel comfortable and kind of protect yourself there. Okay. Yeah, dealing with your shadow aspects. Like, just because you're still upset about something doesn't mean that you aren't strong. That just came through. Interesting. Okay, let's get you some tarot. Three of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Nine of Cups in reverse. 10 of Wands. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, lots of ouchy emotional stuff. You definitely need to take some time to heal up on your own. However that looks like to you, if that means like staying away from certain circles for a while just until you can handle being around them. I know we can't always get away from things 100% of the time, but to distance yourself as much as possible so that you can heal is something that's coming through pretty strongly. Goodness gracious. I feel for you. There's people around you that will help you and support you through this, but you're going to have to come clean, some of you, and I don't feel like that's going to be easy. And not because I think you're like a liar that you're doing, but it's like hard for you to ask for help, and it's also hard for you to admit that things haven't been as rosy as you may have made it look like to others, but like at this point you're running on empty emotionally and you need to bring in some outside help of people who you trust. Goodness gracious. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's lots of emotions running high, but you have options. I see some of you have some decent family or soul family that would be willing to help. You just need to reach out to them. Okay. This is an extra card that comes in this deck, and I just take it as a very positive yes card, kind of like the sun. Everything's going to be okay. You're not alone. All right. There are people who are willing to help you. You just have to reach out to whoever they may be for your each individual circumstances. Judgment card in reverse. Judgment card in reverse. Lots of little nude bodies there going on. It's not too late. I feel like some of you feel like it's too late for you in some respect. Your guides are saying to let go of that feeling of it's too late. You are where you're supposed to be. Okay. Ha ha ha. That's literally what that card means. At least it is for me when I get it. So Yep, you're exactly where you need to be with the tools that you need to make it forward. This is just a time where you're gaining wisdom. Interesting. Because, yeah, you've had dark hours, for sure. But your guides are saying to embrace the fact that you've had those dark hours and turn them into positivity. Just because you've had dark hours doesn't mean they're going to just stay with you. That keeps coming through loud and clear. And with that, I shall leave you. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comments section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We'll see you in the next one, my friends. Take care. Bye. Hi, Group 2. So, if you got the little blue rock, let's go ahead and look at what you need to let go of. Light, number 20. Hope is but a word casting the unseen. Let there be light where light is but a dream. Tranquility, number 39. I just kicked my table. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds, spellbound to the silence. Ceremony. My goodness. Ceremony number 4. I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips. A spell I'll cast for thy spirits in me. Ooh. Sorry, that was loud. Clunk. Angel log 44, insert me with a bleeding thought, a sacred creation bathed from thy. I am God, I am goddess, I am creation and the creator. I feel like some of you might do some writing here pretty soon. Like maybe you have some tranquil, quiet time coming up and you're going to actually spend it writing something. Very lovely. I know, I like to write and I feel like it's a waste of time. Unless I'm doing it for some kind of a job, but then, I need to get over it and just create. Because it's not like I would say, like, everybody should just stop painting if they're not going to sell their paintings. That's silly. They shouldn't just stop painting because they're not selling them. So, anyway, that came through for some of you. I feel like some of you need to let go of... This is kind of an interesting little thought. Some of you are letting go of a schedule that you used to have that was like maybe very day oriented, and now it's going to be very night oriented, or vice versa, like totally different sleeping arrangements perhaps, and different hours kept. And that's something that you're kind of trying to let go of, is this idea of living in the light is kind of a specific message coming in for some. Others, I feel like maybe that there was some kind of a loss of hope or a loss that you endured in general, and there's nothing to do but move forward. So there's like a heavy grief energy with a few of you as well. I feel like for some of you, this pulling in could be like a time that you're taking off for like grief work, and you're actually like, they're like, oh, don't worry about anything, just take the time off. And you're like, yeah, I'm not worried about Jack. I'm definitely taking the time off is what I'm feeling there. And I like that self-care attitude. For those of you that this isn't like a grief situation, I still feel that willingness to take time off and to use it creatively in some way, like writing. For some of you, I feel like some of you are like going to take some time to like craft some ceremonious action, like maybe even do actual ceremony if you're into that, and doing some kind of magic baking of some kind of self-care. I see somebody just kind of holed up in a house late at night baking for themselves in some cases. Oof. I would like to do that. That sounds very nice. I'm halfway there already. So I was like, oh, the solitude sounds wonderful. Like, aren't you alone a lot? Yes. At least I'm not miserable about it most of the time, right? That's so funny. One of the things that helped me get through my tranquil little isolated life is being okay with it, being okay with the fact that I'm okay with that. Let's see what else we've got going on. We have Queen of Wands in reverse. That card's been chasing me around. Ace of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So yeah, a loss of inspiration of some kind. I do feel like like a loss of it wasn't just like a loss of one thing. It was like the loss of a whole dream is kind of what it feels like. But you're taking the lessons that have come with this and you're not being a baby about it. Interesting. I wouldn't normally say being a baby about any kind of loss. I feel like loss is loss and people just deal with it however they need. And it can be really hard, you know? And however that comes out, it's how it comes out. But I feel like you are just kind of like moving forward with a stout heart and mind. And just being very matter of fact about it without also being like, oh, I'm fine. Like, you know that you're not fine. If somebody asked, how are you fine? You'd be like, oh, no, you know, like that kind of energy. But you're also not going to lay down and cry in front of anybody. Like, you're holding on to your strong face. And I admire that. Like taking positive action forward, but also being truthful about what you're going through, which is quite a lot, it would appear. Group twos, letting go. I feel like for some of you, like the way forward to let go is to feel the feelings if this is a grief situation and like you understand that and there's nothing to do but to go forward from whatever point that you're at, regardless of what that might look like to anyone else. You just have to go forward with how you need to go forward. Yes, you're definitely playing your cards right there. Let's get some more information, please. Take some rest if you can. I feel like some of you are taking an opportunity for rest at this time. Oh, it's okay, you guys. I know that it feels like the good times are over. But I know that deep down you feel like that's not actually really true. That's just how it feels right now, and that's part of the process of grieving something. You know that you are going to overcome and make it through. And it's just going to take time. You're not rushing yourself, nor should you. Profound loss is hard. Saying it all anyway. I'm no stranger to it myself, so I totally understand. I used to feel like I wasn't allowed to say that, but now I feel like I am, you know? And so, like, I don't feel like anybody's tragic story wins over anybody else's. I feel like we all have our stuff, right? And I feel like you have definitely earned your scars that you wear, as far as, like, you've just been through the deep stuff. And you're still going through it. And like part of you understands that that's kind of what life is in general. They're like, I'm not trying to sound negative. Like it's just kind of that hard-nosed energy of like, you know, life is pain. You just get used to it. You know, like you understanding that like life is not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. And that oftentimes, most of the time, it is not, you know. I see you being steadfast in moving through it, though, and just, like, not... I think it's cool that you're not, like, wallowing and feeling sorry for yourself, but also just knowing that you have feelings and that that's just how you're going to feel for a while. Yeah, you know that you're going to move forward eventually. She's all about moving forward. And you're going to do it however it makes sense to you, and you're going to be successful, your guides are showing. So you're doing everything right. I think you just maybe needed to hear some confirmation and maybe hear from somebody that you're not alone, regardless of what this loss looks like to you. It could be any number of things that you've lost recently or even things distant from your past that you're just now coming to grips with as an adult, that kind of stuff. And with that, I shall give you some virtual hug energy and leave you, my soul friends. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. Thanks for being here and feel better. We will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye 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 bye. Hi, group 3. So if you picked the little snowy quartz heart, let's go ahead and get into what you need to let go of. Ringing the bells, ring thy bell to cast them out, ring thy bell and dance about, swirl the sounds amidst the winds, nowhere to hide, for all will ring. Interesting. A whole whirlwind of thoughts went through my brain and associations when I flipped this card over. Okay, first off, let's talk about the stag real quick, who has been haunting me and always does this time of year. Dun 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 dun. Stags everywhere. But anyway, I don't know if you could tell this is a stag. Yep. Anyways, I always think of them as bringing a message of like, this is what you have to do now. Like buck up kind of energy. This is what you have to man up and do. I also got the flash of that Edgar Allan Poe poem about the bells. I believe it's called The Bells. And it takes you through all these different bells, like wedding bells and alarm bells and funeral bells. All these different, to everything there is a season, turn kind of energy. That flashed into my mind. And then when I was reading Ring Thy Bell to Cast Them Out, Ring the Bell and Dance About, it seems as though some of you, not all, but some of you feel like there's maybe some entity energy around you right now that you're like, what is going on? I feel vulnerable, scary, yikesies vulnerable, which is never fun when that happens. Especially if you feel like it actually is really actually happening, right? And so that came in as well. So I feel like some of you that are dealing with that energy, it's definitely like an energy that feels ancient and real, but manageable. But I understand why it feels so scary, like especially if it's like Native American feeling. That stuff is interesting, and you got to deal with it differently than you would other types of spiritual stuff. Okay, so that being said, the unknown, 41. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. I feel like some of you in this group are a very romantic person, which is super gross. If this is your first time here, you'll know that we say that every time somebody waxes romantic in any sort of way, either in their relationships or their energy in general. We mean it very nicely with love, but it's super gross. So I feel that sort of coming in. But it's gross, but at the same time, you're like, I feel this, and this is just the way it is. And I get that. That's an honest way to be. And I can relate to that and understand and empathize with you. So that is something that's coming through for you as well, as something that your guides are saying to let go of, is this notion of failure if it doesn't happen, like actually finding the person of your dreams, finding that outcome, that I call it the Hollywood happy ending of whatever that looks like to each individual person. Like if you're lucky in love, it's not like you're like, oh, yep, everything's fine now, and then you go on about your life not wanting anything else. That's not true. You end up wanting more money or a better house or a stronger relationship than the one you have, or better, friend groups or whatever. There's always something that we're aspiring to get more of. And so your guides are saying to let go of not aspiring to get more, but not commiserating in what you don't have to the point where you miss out on what you do have. I always feel like such a lecturer when I do these. Ooh. Cardinal medicine. These guys were catching my eyes before. Number 3. Thy Thyself bleeds of, I can't read, sacredness and honor fit for the gods. You are worth all the scars and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. Aww. Your guides are so much nicer than me. Look at that positive message they gave you. This is how you know I'm letting them talk and not doing it myself. Because super gross. Yeah, your guides are saying to like want what you want. It doesn't mean you're not going to get it, you know? You just need to like let go of that tragic feeling of it's not going to work out for you if you don't have it. That you need to be going through life as if you've already won everything that you need. And that is a hard thing to embrace. It also is a hard thing to like know what to let go of and what to strive for, right? I struggle with that 100% daily throughout my life. So I totally get it. What's cool about the cardinal medicine is cardinals are a very, very lucky bird to have. Their little flash of color in the dead of winter is like a flash of hope, which is totally the dorkiest thing I've ever said, ever. I'm gonna puke. And merriment, number 21. What joy, what glee beams from the sounds of voices, uplifting the webs of sorrow, glimmering as if no tomorrow. Aw. I feel like some of you have some comrade people. I'm picking up on like, not trauma bonding in the unhealthy sense of the word, but like bonding in the recovery sense of the word, like possibly even like meeting people in recovery groups, having a lifeline group of people that you can call at any time and be like, I'm flipping out, not okay, I'm in crisis. And they're like, we're right here with you. I was just like this morning. Now I feel better and I'm going to help you now. That's a good system to have around you. Keep that up if you have something like that in your life. If you don't have something like that in your life, your guides are saying to get that into your life in some way. Seek it out. Yep. And that it will bring more merriment in your life than you realize, honestly. And I sadly know this is true from personal experience. Have I been doing it right now? Oh no. And I've been miserable, darling, just miserable. Will I do anything about it? Not today, sunshine, but maybe I should. So no judgments here if you can't do it today. We have 8 of Wands. Some of you can do it today and might. Look at that, King of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment. 2 of Pentacles is about making a choice. It can be a difficult choice. King of Pentacles, giving energy and abundance. Justice, getting balance and things working out well for the right people. And into burden with 10 of Wands. Well, that's good. So much of what is happening inside your mind is where your suffering comes from. I get that. It all kind of depends on how we look at things around us. Your guides are saying to look at things that are pleasing in your life because you do have a lot of things that are good. Even if you don't have things in your life that you want, like you're not totally exactly where you want to be. I don't think we all get to be exactly where we want to be. And even if we do achieve those things, we just want more after that. It's just how we go. It's just what kind of animals we are. Yeah. Let's keep looking at stuff. what I like about your energy is that you're willing to go forward. Interesting. Even in the face of losing things that were important to you, or not seeing your way forward in a way that feels like it's going to be productive. But you don't give up regardless of how things are feeling to you, because you know that there's no point in doing that anyway. So that's a very stern outlook, but it's a good way to survive. That's one thing I'm going to say for sure. But you are tired. There is some energy coming in from your guides with this energy here that you need to sort of let go and know when to let your creator or whoever step in your trust circle so that you can actually get some rest and rejuvenation. You can't be the one keeping guard all the time. Yeah, your guides are saying to let them take over now and again. That you don't always have to know what to do. You can wait and see. That you can be selfish from time to time if you need. And that you are exactly where you need to be. Sometimes exactly where you need to be is stationary. And that's okay. If there is no way forward, it's okay to relax and say it's okay. I just need to wait until some new venue opens up. Interesting messages here. This is taking me on a strange journey, my friends. I feel like this cardinal energy that you have a lot of pressure on yourself to always be doing something that has a lot of meaning and purpose. And needs to be, meaningful and worthwhile in big life choices. And I agree with that, but to a certain extent, you also need to kind of relax and let go of things from time to time. Yep. Yeah, and just make merriments. Know when it's time to cut loose and relax with people who you really trust before you go back out into the battlefield of life. That sounds so serious. Okay. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We will see you in the next one, my friends. Take care. Bye. Hello, group 4. So if you picked a little swirly black and white heart, let's look and see what you need to let go of. Crone number 8. Thy wisdom befriends the honor in which weaves within blood a harrowing call call from the depths of your sacredness. Wise Men 42. If it wasn't for the familiar songs that echo through my spine, I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. Interesting. Dove Medicine number 10. Thy wings are thick and strong, I see, for they have battled the most unforgiving winds. Be proud, be free, my child. Go on, soar like never before. Okay. And ornaments number 25. So it is a remembrance of what once was with what will be, a fragile beauty beaming upon thy. It says thy, not thee, sorry. Interesting. Okay, so for some of you, I feel this notion of your guides telling you to let go of feeling like you're getting too old in some way, or that, the best of life has passed you by in some way. Yeah, get over it. I'm old and I'm fabulous. Get over it. Uh, some people never get to be old. So, like, enjoy the fact that you lived longer than other people ever got to be. That's a way to feel gratitude for the years where you do feel older. And I know society doesn't really do us any favors when we get older, especially in the society where I live. I feel like that they don't really respect the elders around here. They kind of shut them away in homes and treat them like garbage, you know? There's not really any decent like retirement programs anymore, that kind of thing. There's definitely not a lot of dignity. And so, not that I've seen, maybe I live in the wrong area, but my entire life, even though I've lived in different areas, who knows? It just is what I see. So I don't have like a lot of like, oh yeah, I can't wait till I get there if I'm lucky enough to not die before. Right? And so your guides are saying to somehow let go of that feeling of getting older being some kind of a failure. It is honestly a privilege that not everyone gets to see. I feel like a pompous windbag for saying that out loud because I don't usually talk like that. But that's what your guides are telling you. They're also saying, like, I like this duality of like the crone and the wise man, of, you know, both a female and male perspective of wisdom that you have within you. That is something you should be proud of, as opposed to something you should feel ashamed about. And the whole battling these like horrible winds and still retaining your grace is also this message coming through, that your guides are still saying that you still got it. Is what dove medicine means. And so is the ornaments. Like, go ahead and still deck yourself up. See how she's still wearing her crown, right? It means that you still have a lot to be proud of, and you have a lot of blessings still in the looks department, as well as just in the cool main character energy department. You're like a star of your own show. I like it. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at some tarot. Oh, speaking of being noticed, we have the Star. Being noticed and admired. Three of Pentacles, working well with others, being successful in your career, and respected by those you're doing projects with. I feel like some of you do charity work in some regard. The King of Wands, being action-oriented towards positive goals. Having lots of opportunities coming up towards you. Wish fulfillment also coming towards you. So letting go of what isn't serving you is definitely opening up this idea of wish fulfillment and things like your guides saying, hey, the best is yet to come. Yeah, I feel like you're almost going to feel like you're getting away with something kind of naughty with how youthful you're going to feel in some regard. That you're going to feel some kind of a new wind, like a second wind, or a glow up. For some, it's like something about spending some time alone makes you feel like you're not seen, and that might be part of why you feel like you are wasting away somewhere, but you are not. You can venture out whenever you choose and gain that balance back. You don't have to totally saturate yourself by going out if you're not used to it. You can take it step by step, you know, in a wise way, like a hermit would, right? But I see overall abundance coming towards you if you do venture out and kind of take charge of your life. Anyway, yeah, I see you off to many good starts, glow-ups, new beginnings, regardless of where you're at in your life. Anything else? Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. Okay. We have Page of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. 10 of Wands. And 3 of Cups in reverse. Whatever burden you feel like going on in your life right now is going to be lifted soon. And there's nothing you need to say or do to make it happen. Okay? I feel like some of you are like, fake friends. Like, man, I'm going to miss those snakes. I saw a meme that said something like that, and I thought that was so funny. Like, I'm going to miss those effing snakes. I was like, oh, that's funny. Okay, yeah, I feel like some of you are moving away from, like, fake people. And I do see some, like, breakup vibes of other sorts. Like, just, like, cutting toxic people out of your life. Man, these cards just started spewing out. I thought we were almost done. And don't worry, it doesn't mean you're going to end up being alone because you're cutting out negative people out of your life. This is something that I feel like is a common fear that people have, of this idea that if you don't put up with certain things that you're just going to end up all by yourself. And, you know, the tough answer to that would be, I'd rather be by myself than dealing with fake people, right? That aren't serving you in any good, productive way. But at the same time, that's not what's going to happen. It actually is going to attract people towards you who are more suited to your level of vibration, which is more positive, which should always be getting more and more positive as we move forward in life. Everybody has that ability to do that. The Tower in reverse. Yeah, like the upheaval part is over. It's the moving forward part has begun. Woohoo! You're going to see things differently soon. Yes. And just because times are sort of dark doesn't mean they're going to stay dark. You're moving forward in a positive and productive way. And with that, I shall leave you. If this is helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye.